So let's bring it all together. Let's talk about negotiating. And I'm going to negotiate with you, okay? So before I'm sitting here with you, let me walk you through the process of what I've been doing in preparation of this time together. Two critical components: proper preparation and clear intention, and defined as such. Proper preparation means to me, what do I need to know about you and what you want, distinguished from what you need, and how badly or quickly do you need it? Proper preparation also means, what supporting information do I need to bring with me that will help me educate you to see a broader perspective? And what do I mean by that? So often we go into a negotiation with a very singular, myopic approach. I want this, I need this, and I'm going to walk away if I don't get it. And a good negotiator will get beyond what is front and center, what is present, and look beyond the horizon as to, why do you really want what you want today? And if we were looking at it, if I was negotiating with you on the sale of a home, and you said, I want $5 million for my home, and I know as part of my proper preparation that you owe $2 million on your home. Now, I think based on the comps that I bring, the comparable sales as part of my proper preparation, I realize based on what you're offering and the condition of your property and the dynamics of it, it's really probably worth 4 or 5. Now, if I start coming at you and my intention is just to hammer you on that, you're going to pull back. But consider the things that we've brought to the party so far: balance, the composition of breathing, empathy, acceptance, listening, strategy. All of those things go into my communication with you. Now remember, we haven't even sat down yet, right? But I have all this information that when I do sit down with you, I'm going to be very present with you. But one of my intentions, if I don't already know it, is to find out where you're going to go when you sell your home. And that amount of money that you have when you do sell your home, what are you going to do with it? And if I can get an understanding of what you're going to do in my argument, which is going to be about a net $2 million, what do you do with those proceeds when you sell your home? And if I can get an understanding of what excites you about, and this is part of my clear intention, of what you're going to do with that $2 million and how you're going to move forward with your life, guess what I've done? I've transcended the immediate moment of, we need X now, and I've opened up your horizon to what is really important to you and why you're selling to begin with, as to where you're going next. And so when I walk into that room, I have a very clear intention that my primary objective is to listen to what it is that you need, but more importantly, once you transact this deal, what are you going to do with the money and where are you going to go? Because if I can tap into that, what I can do then is I can start to bring forward the life experience, the joy of why you're selling to begin with, and the excitement of where you're going. And as I then bring forward, as part of my strategy, the education of what is the reality of the marketplace today, I stand a far greater chance to, in an environment that is softer, there's no sell, there's just purely the spirit of education for your benefit, then you may be more receptive to realize, in alignment with what you're going to do with that money and where you're going, to say, I see that I may have mismanaged my own expectation of $5 million, and that in the end result, if we get 4 or 5 for the home, and then you get to go do what you truly want to do, we stand a far greater opportunity to come together and make a deal with each other. So I've been doing this for many years, and I have a fairly specific, strategic approach to going into negotiation. Not everybody has, the experience that I have. Not everybody has the same level of comfort in a negotiation that I have. So let's look at that for a second, okay? And let's be very clear. Negotiations do not go in a straight line from A to B. There's a Y, there's an X, there's a Z, there's all over the map, right? And I go back to this foundation principle of balance, of doing the prep work that keeps me most present and balanced and effectively listening to what is going on in real time, receiving that information in real time. Because at the end of the day, deals happen because two parties want something from the other, and they both are willing to give enough to meet in the middle to get it. How we get there is truly the art form. And if I can give you some simple suggestions to better support you in the moment when you're in negotiation, consider the following. First and foremost, have a clear intention of what you want to put forward. What is the value that you're going to bring that is your offering to the other side? Some key points to consider when you're going to step into a negotiation. Now, ideally, you're practicing all of the things that we've shared to date. You're bringing forward your empathy. You're bringing forward your authentic communication. You're bringing forward your best idea of what your strategy is. But now you're going to be in the room with someone. And the more present you are, the more grounded you are as you receive the information and articulate what is your offering, the better chances you have for success. So let's look at some keys that can assist you in presenting your case, as it were, or your offering better. Number one, before you walk into the room, have a very clear intention of what you are offering, the value of what you're offering is, and apply it to what you think your best understanding of what the other person wants in return. Because if I say, I've got purple balloons in the background here, and I'm happy to sell you them, but you want yellow squiggly lines, we are way off, right? But if before I walked into the room, I said, hey, what do you need today? I got these purple balloons. Does that interest you? No, not today. I want the yellow squiggly lines. Fantastic. Let me work on getting you yellow squiggly lines, and then we can talk and we can come together. That's a basic premise that is overlooked so often. We get so myopic. We get so attached to what we want from the other person, and we're going to try and force feed them what we have to offer. We lose sight of the dance. We lose sight of the opportunity to really play with each other and listen and give and take and all of those wonderful things that as you become a more adept negotiator, you start to welcome those things. You start to welcome the fact that things don't always work out right. And there's that moment to go, wow, what do we do now? You know, it's okay to say, I don't know what to do right now, but I still have a clear intention that I want something from you and you want something from me. But based on this new information, are we still cool to keep talking? And oftentimes that's a great question to ask. New information. Does that affect your desire to keep working with me? And or does that affect my desire to keep working with you? And the more we bring that authentic communication to that dialogue, and we bring the honesty of that communication to the dialogue, guess what the byproducts are? Greater trust, greater openness, greater opportunity for people to be authentic and honest in what's real for them in that moment. And I think the more we give permission to ourselves first and to the other side to speak authentically. You know, you walk into the room and say, listen, here's what I have to offer. I would really appreciate it if you'd tell me what's really going on for you and how I can assist you and how you can assist me. Because if we're going to cut to the chase and play at that level, we stand a far greater chance of achieving what it is we both want.